今日何曜日やつ日曜日 Today's Sunday, July 16th, 2023. Here in Pacifica, California, 12 miles south San Francisco. Yo, pigment style. I miss Breaking Bad. 55. It got up to 71. This is the warmest probably day that Pacifica has gotten. Spawning mops is what I'm going to be talking about today. The metal Medaka today, MedakaMetal style is MXR Distortion Plus pedals. Randy Rose, Ozzy Osbourne, Yngwie J. Malmsteen, Rising Force. All the greats have used it. I don't know what year these are, but these are pretty awesome distortion pedals. But all right. We'll see how the reflection goes. Let me take it real quick. So I just got back from Nick's not too long ago. The best beer of the day is I had some beer, I had some brewskis, I had some wine, and but I gotta say the best beer of the day is the one that I am having with all you Medaka heads out there. So Kampai Chin Chin Chai. Let me take a real quick sip. Oh yeah. All right, so this is actually a lot of people ask me about like the tubs that I used yesterday. Let me see. They're over there. Those are the ones that you could get at Costco for like $10 or 27 gallons, I think. You can fill them up to about 20 plus. These are the Brutes. I get these from Lowell's. They're like $24. They're holds about 20 gallons. I like it because they come in gray and they come in white. White in particular, depending on the lineage that you have, it comes handy in a way. And I poke these holes just in case it starts pouring like crazy. So spawning mops, I've used a lot. I made a lot. Majority are the ones like this. Super simple DIY. This is basically a pool noodle, right? You get a whole long pool noodles and you start like chopping them up. This is just one of those scrubbers for your dishes, and you just chop them up like octopus style. And you roll them up and you stick it in the hole right here. You can do it with one hand. That's how easy it is. Simple style. But after you're doing a lot of stuff, this style right here, which is easier, you're basically rolling up. So this is the noodle, right? Cut it in half. You cut the donut in half. You put this tie on there and you create this tunnel. There's no cutting involved. You just roll them up. And I've found that it's going to depend on the lineage that you have, but most of mine, they like to go through the tunnel and they deposit, right? These are all eggs right here. These are, I don't know if it's focusing, but these are yellow. These are all good to go. They're not clear, they're not white, it's yellow. These are all good to go for the next generation. So what I've noticed after all these years, way too long, man. I don't know why it took so long for me to figure this out, but simple is best. So this is what's working for me. And I'm just gonna put that compared to the other ones, right? These have been in here at the same time. So you see a few here, right? See a few eggs. But right here. Yeah, a lot of people are like, aren't they fragile? Aren't they, like, do you worry? It's like, no, like, if these, like, I'm rolling them around pretty hard. If these pop, that means they're not fertilized. You want the ones that do not pop. They just kind of like roll, right? So let me see if I could do this without. All right, my next show and tell. I didn't prepare this enough, so let me just take this off. Again, holding the camera in one hand, doing this on the other end, and having a beer on the other end, it's not the simplest thing, simplest task, but ow. All right, here we go. So let me just take a real quick sip. All right. So what do you do once you get the eggs? Again, this is just a scrubber, right? It's rolled up, create a tunnel. Move this over here. It depends on when you are, like I was saying over here in Pacifica, California, where the temperature is, it gets as low as 55. It got as warm as 71, but typically it's in the mid 60s. For me, the eggs, even if they hatch, hot eagles are not going to do well. So in that case, what I have to do is I have to remove the eggs from here, put them in water with methylene blue, and I got to keep them indoors, and I got to grow them out indoors. It's a lot of work, and it's not a numbers game per se. It's not like the more you could, you want to make sure that this is like fun stuff, right? What do I mean by fun stuff? You don't want this to be a chore. I do this because it's relaxing, right? But once it becomes not relaxing, it's not fun anymore, right? So it really depends on your approach, how you enjoy this hobby. For me, it's just, I'll get the eggs depending on the climate outdoors. If I have to bring it indoors, I'll do some indoors, but I'm not going to bring all of them indoors just because I don't have enough space. And that's not fun for me. When I'm running out of space, I'm constantly like, what am I going to do next? Do I bring in more aquariums indoors? And for me, I mean, that's not fun. The purpose of doing all this is just to have fun and to enjoy nature and all that stuff. So the two examples. If you are in a climate where you know that these are not going to do well outdoors, after they hatch, you have to bring them indoors. When you bring them indoors, you don't have the sun. The sun is key with Medakas. The Medaka fry, the Medaka eggs, okay? It has natural disinfectant properties that no light, artificial light can create. Just can't do it. So if these eggs left alone, they're going to start fungusing. It's going to turn all white and all that stuff. So that's where you resort to methylene blue. You could get a bottle of this on Amazon for probably like less than $10, but this thing is going to last for longer than you and I will live, man. It's going to last for like 300 years. All you need is like a drip at a time. This is like a drip right here. So what you do is you grab them. That's what I do, everyone. I roll them, attempting to crush them, because if they crush and puncture, they're not fertile, okay? And then the idea is to spread them out. You don't want them to be connected together. You want them to be kind of free, swimming around. And that's what I'm doing right here. The other thing you want to really take note, this submethylene blue, this is like carcinogenic. So it's, you touching this blue water it's really carcinogenic, so make sure you wash your hands thoroughly after you do this. So again, what I'm doing is I'm trying to crush it, and they're like, are they gonna pop? I'm scared. Don't worry about it, man. When they pop, they're no good. The eggs are no good. If they do not pop, the eggs are good, but you want to keep them separated, you know, like offspring style. You want to keep them separated now. You don't want them touching each other. Again, do this. All right, these are nice and hard. Now just let them, keep them separated in there. All right, and I'm doing this because I know even if these eggs pop, survive outdoors, when the hariko, right, which is a fry, when they come out, they're not going to make it, man. When you have the temperatures in the 50s outdoors, they're just not going to make it. And after this, what I'm going to have to do is bring this inside, and I have a little rack that has like a light, an artificial light, basically a growing light. I keep it there, and it's super tedious. Is that fun for me? I don't know. It is at some point, but when you run out of space, you're kind of like, what are you gonna do? And you gotta wait for Mother Nature to warm up, heat up outdoors. For everybody that's out there where you have the temperature, I would say, like, if you're averaging your low is like around 60, you're pretty much all good to go outdoors. So in that case, what I do is I'll bring a mop that has eggs. Let me actually look for. All right, so there's an egg right there. So I mean, there's one. There's a few on there. And what you do is you just dunk it in a bucket. That's it. You don't need methylene blue or anything because the sun is going to take care of all that stuff. The sun has miracle power, as we know. Mother Nature, man. It's going to kill everything that kind of creates the fungus and all that stuff a lot of times, as long as the eggs are fertile, right? Like these. The yellow ones, they're all good to go. So there's some nice clouds out there. Actually, there's a hariko right there. Right there. So this is a bucket that I've been just like randomly throwing stuff in there. And so this tells me that the temperature here in Pacifica, California, 12 miles south of San Francisco, the season is coming where I could leave the eggs outdoors and not have to worry about all the methylene blue indoors and all that stuff. So that's pretty awesome news. So today's what, July 15th, 16th, 15th? All right, so it's almost time. So August, I think we're going to be, oh, there's another one right there. I think by August, I'm going to be able to leave all the eggs outdoors and have nature do its thing. That's pretty awesome. And I use a lot of these buckets right here. These buckets I get from Daiso, 10 liters, 2.6 gallons. It's easy to carry, super cheap. They're like $3. And they come in blue and black. I have a lot of black ones as well. Black ones. For the Miyukis, I use the blue. The lighter, the better, to bring their taigaiko. Taigaiko is their, what brings the glitter and all that stuff. So, But yeah, it's pretty awesome. So there's some, not some, but there was, or there's life in there. Where? Yeah, needle in a haystack, right? Hariko. Hari is needle. So, but I don't know if the video captured it, but there's definitely two that I saw. So, awesome. The Medaka moment, man. So, what am I gonna do with this? Maybe I'll just dump it in there. So, let me just dump it in there, and we'll see how the eggs do. So, that is all I have for today. Let me just take another real quick sip and the camera is going haywire. So, all right, so enough of me. We'll do it again next time. MedakaMetal on Instagram is where I can be found. I hope you all enjoy this. I think the battery on my gimbal just like died on me. It's went sideways. Right, we'll do it again next time. Kampai Chin Chin Chow. All right, out.